What's up, guys? We have another video today. Today, we got another law for you guys, and I'm excited for this one. I appreciate this law with all my heart. It's super simple. It's easy. We're going to go through the life application process of this. You already know. Let's get into it. Law number 9. Win through your actions, never through arguments. If you want me to simplify this a little bit more, pretty simple. Don't fight with your words. Show with actions. So how do you use this law in different occasions? School, social media, or even with your family and friends. So let's start with school. Group project conflicts. Instead of arguing with a classmate about the best way to do something, a project, quietly do your part really well. When your section stands out, it proves your point without a fight. When you start doing a project and you're left to a specific point, for an example, you're doing a presentation on cars, and let's say you're the person that's doing the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and somebody's doing the one on the Honda Civic. Really dig into the idea of how the Porsche 911 was made, how the doors are made in the factory, what year did it first came out, how the engine is made. Really get into the nitty-gritty of the things and give it your own little twist. You want to create your own style and your own twist in things. Make yourself separate from other people, from social norms, from the stuff that people are just kind of used to. Be different. Prove you're responsible. Instead of telling your teacher you're responsible, show it by always handing in homework on time or being prepared. Your actions will speak louder than any promise. So I can tell you a lot of people in high school, in the times when I was in high school, probably say like 15 years ago, there were a lot of people that would brag all the time about, oh, I can do this assignment. This is super, super easy. And then next you know, they fail it. Be the person that is responsible. Be the person that clocks in at their proper time. Be the person that turns in stuff at the proper time. And make sure you're the person that's doing stuff in a timely manner. When you leave a good impression on people, it makes them not want to pull you in, or what I mean by pull you in, or like start an argument or stir up drama or something like that. This law kind of amplifies that, is that you don't need to talk. You don't need to brag. You're going to show by your actions, and this is what it's speaking about. Disagree with classmates. So if someone doubts your idea in class, don't debate on it. Show it works by doing it and letting the results speak for itself. I can tell you a lot of times when it comes to making videos and I was like, oh, I'm thinking about mixing 3 perfumes together and then smelling it and giving my reaction on it. Some people might say, why 3 perfumes? Or why these specifically? I just don't like it. Don't let people make judgments about you. Do the work, clock in, show them what you can do, and let the results speak for themselves. Even if the idea might seem weird, when you start doing stuff yourself and being creative in your own space, the results will speak for themselves. Easy as that. Now with friends and family, chores at home. Rather than arguing with a sibling about who does the most chores, just do yours well and consistently. Eventually, others will notice. Be the person that does his chores consistently. Even if you're by yourself and you're moved out, be consistent in the things that you do. 7 o'clock, take out your dog. 7:30, do the dishes. 8 o'clock, eat breakfast. Have a routine and have a schedule of the things that you do. Because not only is it going to show self-respect for yourself, you won't need to talk about it or brag about it with anybody else. It's a good idea to have a schedule planned out for yourself, so you don't have to be the person that is bragging a lot, because you already do it. And when you already do it and you already set yourself to a high standard, why talk about it? Helping a friend. If a friend is really upset and won't listen to any advice you give them, don't lecture them. Just show you care by being there, checking in, or doing something kind. And I think I fail with this law quite well. I am the person that gives advice. I'll tell you how it is, and then I come back to you and I try to give you advice again and again and again. But I have to realize too that in life, people don't want to listen to you or what advice you want to give. They just want you to listen. And when you become a good listener and you become an example that they can see, then they will take action and respect you more. Kind of cut and dry, simple for what it is. This one's talking about winning back trust. If you broke a family member's trust, don't explain too much. Just start acting more trustworthy every day. Let time and your actions do the talking. when you break somebody's trust, and I believe this is friendships, relationships, managers, coworkers, the number one thing you want to do is prove them with your actions. If they tell you, you're taking a little bit too much time on this thing, or I just realized that you come off kind of lazy when you do certain projects or videos, fix it. Do it with your actions. We don't want to hear you blabber. Just show them what you can do and do it in your own way too. Social media. This is going to be pretty long, so I apologize in advance of time, but I hope you guys are getting value in this content. So on social media, how can you use this law on social media? Proving you're talented. Instead of saying, I'm a great artist, just post your artwork. Let the likes and the comments prove your skill. If you're, and this is talking about specifically artistically, so if you're a person that does really, really good stuff, as you see behind me, there's a couple of artworks around here in my background if you guys can see it. You guys will see the channel, and I know a lot of people come into my art and they say, wow, the artwork really, really is good. And I'm like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it. I do take a lot of time doing this artwork behind me, and I got plenty of more. If you guys want to see it, drop a comment below. Post it up. You know, people are going to have a lot of judgmental opinions, and strangers are going to support you, you know. Part of this whole process of letting your actions prove rather than your words is the fact that you're putting in the work. You're doing the 5 hours that you are with your artwork of the Mona Lisa, for an example, or Starry Nights, and making your own little redesign of it or inspiration. The actions will say everything. As soon as you post it up on social media and all the likes start coming up and the reposts start coming up, the people that were judging you in the first place are going to be very surprised and want to come close to you. But you need to have the responsibility of saying, no, thank you. I've already shown you my artwork. I know I'm talented, and I knew I was going to blow up in the first place, and you just have to move on with your life. Because the problem is when you keep these people around, when you're doing really, really well in life, these people end up being leeches. They want to seek fame through you. They want your money. They want your attention constantly. And you don't want to have friendships like that. Responding to hate and doubt. If someone criticizes or doubts you, avoid public arguments. So don't go in the comment section trying to argue with somebody in the comments. Stay calm. Keep creating. Let your consistency shut them down. Being consistent. Upload a video a day. Keep on uploading the same content that you do with your own little style. And the results will show off. Try to inspire others. Rather than typing long motivational posts, show people your morning routine, workouts, or personal journeys of growth. Action equals inspiration. Have you ever realized that when you're inspired by people, it's not mostly on what they say. It's mostly about what they do. Unless it's a book. Obviously, you're going to be inspired by what they say, whether if it's Napoleon Hill, rather if it's the words in the Bible and Proverbs, because they already lived through those times already. So you're going to be inspired by words. But most of the time in people today, when you're inspired, it's going to be based on their actions, rather if that's a shop foreman for me, or if that's a pastor, rather if that's a very close friend of yours. You're going to find inspiration based on how they walk and how they talk too, and really how they carry themselves. So I'd say it's very important that you're leading by example and you're inspiring others just by being yourself, you know. You don't have to fake it till you make it. Here are a couple bonus examples. So when you're not taken seriously. So this is a very good one. When you're not being taken seriously. Don't argue to be heard. Just quietly keep showing up, working hard, delivering results. Eventually people will respect you without needing to be convinced. So when people don't take you seriously, let your actions speak for themselves. Be the person that's doing, somebody had told me this at my job, is that when you do something, you want to do it with integrity. Integrity doesn't mean fast. Integrity doesn't also mean sloppy. It also doesn't mean quick. Integrity means doing the things that you know how to do well. That means taking your time, learning the skill, learning how it works, and doing it in a good manner. Whether that's cleaning up your messes, tightening up a bolt at a certain torque spec, or taking a photo professionally and not spending little time adjusting the lighting and stuff like that. It's about taking your time and doing it right. So here's a couple tips. Let your work speak for itself. When people doubt you, show them results instead of talking back. Stay calm in arguments. And I can say this really well too. Stay calm. Like in yesterday's law, you want to stay calm, walk away if needed, then prove your point later on through actions. Be consistent. One-time action is good, but consistency action builds real respect. I think people really love a lot the fact of somebody that's being consistent. Do you want to be the person that is trying to show up every day no matter what? Now, like I was mentioning before about integrity, you want to make sure that you're doing work that's consistent but with integrity. And that's what's going to make you different versus everybody else. Everyone can be consistent. And I can definitely agree with this when it comes to giving minimal effort. Everyone can be consistent. I can be consistent and do the dishes right now and then wash 1 or 2 or 3 dishes and leave the rest in the sink. I can show up to my house and just broom one section of my house and that be consistent. But it's a matter of doing the job fully and consistently that's going to make you different to everybody else. And it will show. Lead by example. Don't just tell others what to do. Do it first and let them follow. Be the person that does stuff first. If you came up with the idea, post a video up, be the first one that does it. And let other people follow you. That's how you start a crowd as a leader. Is you make the initiative first and other people will follow you. Keep receipts. Save evidence of your progress or work. One day it will speak louder than any explanation. Like when you want to do signature work, something that you really, really find a lot of love doing, you take a lot of time, sign it, date it, put your name on it. I think when we do artwork, we don't really think about the value of the artwork, of how much it's going to be later on. Not only for the public, but for us too. So that's why you want to make sure that you're signing everything that you do. That's what I was mentioning before on the law that I did 2 days ago about having your own little signature thing at the end. I love you guys and God loves you too. That's a signature that I have in my videos. It's having that detail about you that makes you different to everybody else. What else do I got here? So I got a couple questions for you guys that I have written here. And it's, am I talking more than I'm doing? What actions can I take instead of trying to explain for myself? Maybe you're not putting in a lot of work. Be the person that puts in work, clocks in, and is making his ideas consistently every day. Avoid talking. This law, what you can do today is talk less, let your actions speak. What can I prove without saying a word? Is there something I can show instead of arguing about? Self-explanatory. How can I turn this argument into action? What could I do right now that proves my point better than words? It's about being consistent. It's about making your words worth something. The more you brag about something, about a specific thing that you do, the more your actions are valued less. That's what you want to watch with what you speak. Your words carry value and a $ with it. And like I was mentioning before in the video yesterday, is that your words can hurt or they can bring life to people. That's why it's important to watch with what you say. What results would shut this down? What result would make this debate or doubt disappear? If you know the things that you're doing are hurting you, take action in it. Do whatever it takes to get results in that area. If you know that taking an oil change in and doing it in a quick manner is a matter of taking the drain plug out, putting it back in the Torx specs, tightening the oil filter, do it. Do the steps that it means to do it, and that is necessary. And the last one is, who do I admire that uses this law? Think of someone who leads through actions. Who can I learn from them? What can I learn from them? And on to with this is that inspiration is everything in this life. When you have leaders in your life that you can get inspirations from, your life changes for good. Your life becomes something completely different than what you expected 5 years ago. And in this lifetime, you'll never have anything like this ever again. You live once, you lead by example, and the people around you will follow you based on those inspirations you have with your life. Whether if that's a pastor, for me it's a pastor, and he teaches me certain things that I didn't know about money. And I hope one day that when these lessons really sit well with me and I learn them, and I take action in them rather than just speaking about it, that other people will look up to me and say, Juan taught me that. Juan taught me that lesson when I was his age, when I'm in my 40s, or when I'm in my 50s. I want to see the younger crowd know Juan taught me that. And he inspired me when I was a lot younger, just because of one person. And that one person can touch you in your life. You just have to be patient and know that God will put certain people in your life. That's going to be it for today's video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the appreciation I get in my videos. It helps out a lot. And this is just, again, day 9 of the 48 Days to Power. I hope you guys really enjoying these series, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video. That's going to be it for today. Subscribe to the channel if you find value. Like it up. Drop a random comment what you think about this law. And let me know. I love you guys, and God loves you too. Peace out, bro.
Yeah, boy.